Trains. I'm going to read the book and the screen will be black while I do so. You are going to follow along to the pages in the book in front of you. All aboard! Hop on a train. They are a great way to travel. New ones fly down the tracks. Old trains are fun too. They click clack on old tracks. They let you pretend you are living long ago. New or old, trains are an adventure. Turn the page. This train's name is Jacobite. Mostly it takes people home or to work. It passes lakes. It crosses bridges. Other times it's a movie star. It plays the Hogwarts Express. It takes Harry Potter and his friends to school. Turn the page. What's the best thing about a train ride? Sometimes it's about what you see outside your window. This train has great scenery. Sadly, there are no passengers to see it. The train is coming from a mine. It is carrying salt to a factory, but the crew can really enjoy the view. Turn the page. The best thing about a trip may be the train itself. Trains can be hotels in motion. You can rent your very own room. It is very small, but you have everything you need. You can read, you can wash up, you can get a good night's sleep. The restaurant car serves meals all day long. Trains are an adventure. Turn the page. The age of the railroad. In 1829, George Stephenson built the first modern locomotive. He called it the Rocket. It raced about 35 miles an hour. Its speed changed the world. Stagecoaches took 4 days to travel 150 miles. Trains took only 4 hours. The age of the railroad began. Soon, trains were running all over the world. Turn the page. Early trains ran on steam power. Engines burned coal to boil water. The water turned to steam. The steam built up and pushed parts of the engine. Those parts moved and turned the wheels. Turn the page. Here are the parts of a steam train. There is a tender, a cab, a whistle, a throttle lever, a steam dome, a steam pipe, the frame, brake, wheel, and piston. On the bottom train, water compartment, coal bunker, firebox, boiler, smokestack, headlight, and coupler. Turn the page. By 1860, the eastern United States had many railroads, but the country needed one to go from coast to coast. In 1863, work began in the West. Workers built bridges over rivers. They blasted through mountains. In 1869, 2 engines faced each other in Utah. One had traveled from the east, the other came from the west. One last rail would connect all the tracks. Workers hammered it in with a spike of solid gold. Turn the page. Trains carried cargo and people. Some even carried queens. Queen Victoria of England had her own train. It was the first one to have a bathroom in it. The picture below shows the Queen Victoria's train. Trains used steam power for a long time. Then the diesel engine took over. It burns oil to make electricity. The electricity drives the train. Diesels are cheaper to run than steam engines. They do not need as much repair, and we still use diesel engines today. Turn the page. Pulling weight, pulling freight. Freight trains carry huge loads. They can have over 200 cars. They can be 2 miles long. Long trains need more than one engine to pull them. Trains are great for hauling things. They use less fuel than trucks, and they create less pollution. Turn the page. Trains crisscross the U.S. all day long. They haul almost half its cargo. They even carry trucks filled with freight. A truck reaches its stop, then it drops off and delivers its goods. Freight trains stop in rail yards along their route. They pick up new cars. They leave other ones behind. Some cars get unloaded there. Some cars link with new trains to get to their last stop. Turn the page. Freight is often carried in big boxes called containers. They are lifted onto flat cars. Flat cars carry lots of cargo. They haul anything that can get wet if it rains or snows. Even tanks can hitch a ride. Turn the page. Cars are built to carry different cargo. Hopper cars are open and easy to load. They work well for coal or sand. Tankers hold liquids. Some keep their cargo cold. This tanker is full of juice. And a side note for me is it is disgusting to think that orange juice is in that metal tank traveling on a train. But that's my side note. Anyhow, turn the page. Boxcars are closed, so they keep cargo clean and dry. You never know what could be inside. Trains in the city. Commuter trains take people to the city each morning. They bring them home at night. Double-deckers carry lots of passengers, and they save lots of gas, too. Turn the page. Travelers hop on trains that take them around the city. Subways are trains that travel underground. Subways use electricity to run. A rail next to the tracks supplies this power. Turn the page. Subways can get very crowded. In Japan, men called pushers help people back in. Help pack people in. Like they can't wait for the next train. Anyhow, trolleys travel on city streets. They use electricity too. It comes from wires above them or underground. Turn the page. Look up. A train could be overhead. Monorails do not use tracks. They run on just one rail. Rubber tires supply a quiet ride and you get a great view. Want another great view? Ride a funicular railway. It goes up and down steep hills. A funicular has 2 tracks. It has 1 car on each of them. They are joined by a cable. The cable pulls 1 car uphill as it pulls the other down. Turn the page. Fast and faster. Long ago, trains used to be the fastest way to travel. Now we have jets. But trains are moving faster too. Old tracks slow down trains. Some old tracks have curves. Trains must brake when going around a curve. Some new trains still use these tracks. They just tilt while turning. They lean the way bicycles do. These trains go up to 150 miles an hour. Turn the page. Most people in the United States fly or drive between cities. In other nations, people use trains instead. New tracks have been laid. The rails are straight, so their trains go much faster. Pointed high-speed trains are called bullet trains. Are they fast as bullets? Not really, but they seem to fly. Some go up to 220 miles an hour. Turn the page. TGV trains in France go fast too. One of them was the world's fastest train. It went 357 miles an hour. That does not seem safe, is all I'm saying. Maglev trains do not have wheels. Their tracks are different too. Magnets make the trains float above the rails. No, thank you. Trains gliding on air go fast. How fast? One maglev races 360 miles an hour. Turn the page. What else will new trains do? Some new trains will weigh less. A lighter train can save fuel. Using less fuel means less pollution. Turn the page. Some trains may have solar panels. The sun's energy will help them run. That is a great idea. New trains will be different inside too. Look at this one. Big glass windows, seats with movies and games, private compartments. What a ride. Next page. The trains of the future will be amazing. The end. I hope you enjoyed that informational book about trains, and please remember to return it to the color-coded labeled shelf that you got it from.